Just like the previous video skipped from beginning to end, leaving a confusing mess, The Art of War can end up just as confusing and cut short your understanding without the proper helps. This chapter addresses meaning challenges and opposition directly. It's commonly thought that momentum comes from success. The truth is, momentum comes from doing what is not expected. The soccer team that consistently wins has no momentum. The underdog who wins, or even barely loses, gains momentum because it was very unexpected. Momentum is a key psychological tool that strengthens our attack and creates fear and weakness in our opposition. Momentum recreates the rules for success by creating better, best practices. People will not want to challenge us because of our momentum. Now it's time for a pop quiz. How well do you know Sun Tzu? When can you use direct action against an opponent? Answer D. You can control a large army the same as you can control a few men. You just divide their ranks correctly. You must use both surprise and direct action. Sun Tzu teaches that these rules of competition are scalable to all sizes. When do you use surprise in a confrontation? Answer C. It is the same in all battles. You use direct approach to engage the enemy. You use surprise to win. People think here the idea is a surprise attack. But what Sun Tzu recommends in direct engagements, like a magician would a magic show, you set up the situation using something ordinary, something opposition will know the rules in dealing with the situation. You set up, say, bring your infantry into battle, then in the middle of the battle unleash your cavalry. This surprise is key in turning the tides of an engagement. The Joker in The Dark Knight really had this chapter well covered. What is the source of all new ideas? Answer A. Surprise and direct action give birth to each other. They proceed from each other in an endless cycle. You cannot exhaust all their possible combinations. Surprisingly, to create innovations, we must put a lot of old into it. Apple products are all the time using their old products and changing just a few things about it to make a new and hot product. Any product that has too much new in it is less likely to work, and people will not know how to connect with it. New ideas are grounded by old ideas, but impacts with its newness. Tradition is not sacred, it is merely a stepping stone to better systems. Sun Tzu never suggests going into battle without combining two elements. 1. Battle is meeting opposing forces using best practices. And 2. Surprise. This undermines the opponent's knowledge. But the key to surprise is the timing. Surprises must be at the height of chaos to establish our control, or at the height of our opponent's control to establish chaos. Sun Tzu's process of innovation is much like the scientific method. Quote, there are only a few notes in the scale, yet you can always rearrange them. You can never hear every song of victory. Notes here refer to sound, and sound refers to the skill of listening. We must first know facts, and then rearrange them for innovation. Only after we know which facts are important and how to rearrange them can we come up with a new idea. This is called observation. This stanza also comes with a bit of a warning. New ideas may sound good, but there are more steps to filter out the best ideas. There are only a few basic colors, yet you can always mix them. You can never see all the shades of victory. Color here is Sun Tzu's reference for the next skill, vision or foreseeing. Next, we have to look at how the idea fits with the changes. Will it be a good fit? Just like rearranging the facts, vision has no limit on possibilities. We have to have the foresight enough based on how change works and ground is set up and reacts to that change to hypothesize which ideas look the best. There are only a few flavors, yet you can always blend them. You can never taste all the flavors of victory. Then we test the invention. Food and taste relate to action and evaluation. The new idea has to have a practical application and make progress. Sun Tzu's idea was that war is actually a creative process. Many innovations that lead to winning the battles of life create new battlegrounds for competition. The internet started out as a way for military commanders to connect and communicate, and then became a new battleground for places like YouTube. Also, innovation finds new uses for old resources. Copper once had no value to it. Then it was valuable for hunting, and nowadays it is used to power electronics. Notice that earlier I used the word rearrange. Light innovation is based on rearranging processes by location, order, and amount. Each part of a process covers a specific need. Every letter on a keyboard, for example, fills the needs to type all the possible words and sentences. However, they can be moved around. The special controls like Control-Alt-Delete can be rearranged to delete all control, or certain keys can be made larger, thicker, or wider than others. While most of those rearrangements might not be useful, they all provide surprise. And when you're trained to think strategically, creativity can come to you at any time. Deeper innovation requires removing, adding, or replacing certain parts. For more details and training, check out 7.3 in the Warriors Rulebook. Sun Tzu ends by discussing that you can get the most out of people, not by working them harder, not by working them longer. You can get people to work better by giving them the psychological and practical edge of innovation or momentum. Bill Gates says that he will always get a lazy person to do a difficult job because they will find a way to get it done easier. To get people to accept the changes of momentum, you have to show and communicate effectively what they gain from new innovations. Either change can scare people from accepting it, or encourage people to embrace the new opportunities for progress. Well, that officially this time concludes this chapter in The Art of War. To learn these principles in detail, check out Sun Tzu's Warriors Rulebook, Section 7. And to get a free copy of The Art of War, please visit SOCI's webpage, or scienceofstrategy.org. And, like always, have a great day.